Analyzing a story's development. You'll analyze the development, the organization, and the development of ideas in a nonfiction narrative. Explore this video first to get a head start on the process. Accessibility.
Hi, I'm Olivia. Grandma used to tell me there are two sides to every story. In The Dream Comes True, Tenzing Norgay writes about achieving his dream of climbing to the top of Mount Everest with Edmund Hillary. Although Hillary gave his account of the climb, Norgay wants to make sure we know his side of the story. Norgay shares his viewpoint of the events. He also has more than one purpose in mind as he tells his story. Let's peek inside The Dream Comes True. Norgay lets the story unfold one step at a time. By telling his version of events and how he perceived his and Hillary's actions, Norgay is establishing his purpose and viewpoint. He writes about the dangers of walking on snow that might give way. We moved just one at a time, taking turns going ahead, Norgay says. It seems a little scary to me. Next, Norgay describes several small, snowy humps that were not as dangerous, but were very close to the peak. The two men make it over them. With the summit getting closer, Norgay takes a left turn, but not on the mountain. Norgay takes a left turn in his storytelling. Instead of sticking to the chronological events of the climb, he goes into details about what happened after they finish their climb. Then he describes how they reach the summit. Well, I'll make a long story short. Norgay admits that Hillary reached the summit first, as Hillary claimed, but in another sense, Norgay says that they reached the summit together, since they were tethered to the same rope. So in addition to telling the story of their climb up Mount Everest, Norgay's text goes in other directions. For instance, he disagrees with some of the things that Hillary wrote about the climb. Hold on to your snow goggles. This is about to get interesting. Round 1. Sharing details of what Hillary wrote, Norgay says the story his companion told was not fair. And then Norgay tells us his own version. Round 2 begins. In Norgay's view, Hillary played loose with the facts. Round 3. Norgay said he was not a weight on the expedition as Hillary claimed. I guess only Hillary and Norgay know the whole truth. The last event Norgay describes is raising the flags on the summit that he had brought with him. Norgay said he unwound the 4 flags from his axe, and as he held the axe up, Hillary took my picture. Norgay writes this detail and others about the climb to inform us about his version of events, and to dispute some of what Hillary said. But Norgay also makes sure to let people know that he disagrees with Hillary's viewpoint. He provides details that challenge Hillary's version of events and shares his feelings on the way Hillary portrayed him in his book. Norgay uses his own viewpoint to persuade us to believe his version of the climb. Now I'm intrigued. I guess I'll have to read Hillary's story to figure out whom I believe. Norgay's dream to climb Mount Everest did come true, and he sure does seem to enjoy telling about it. That and making sure everyone understands exactly whose side of the story he thinks we should believe.